What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to take this time to talk about Terra Luna Classic. I know that I haven't done much with talking about this position today. Obviously, I talk about it quite a bit over the lifetime of creating these type of videos, which has been like the last couple of months as it did collapse to some of these lower lows. But I wanted to talk about Terra Classic and how the market cap, I believe, will be very, very strong. And people believe that it's only going to be a $1 billion market cap. I think this is going to be a lot bigger of a market cap. My theory is that we're going to see this hover and stay around that $10 billion market cap as more use cases come on, as more burning methods come on, as more people get into it, as more people get hype around it, and we're going to see a massive amount of volume in the given or in the coming days. So before we get started in this and talk about, Terra Classic to $1 and Terra Classic to a $10 billion market cap, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of those links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. I really do love making videos. So if you like making these videos, the like button, really don't neglect it. And, it shows your appreciation. You don't have to really do anything else. You can just turn that like button blue or gray, depending what your screen looks like. If it's dark mode or light mode, feel free to hit that like button. However, what we're here to talk about is Terra Classic. Oh, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at PerryAK, you can follow me there. We're here to talk about Terra Classic. You know that I'm invested in this position. You know that I have 20 million. You know that my goal is to have a time to where I can say I turned $40 into 100,000, or I turned $40 into 200,000, or I turned $40 into 1.5 million. I want to be able to say that I turned a small amount of money into a insanely large amount of money, right? I've seen people that said they taken 1 penny and taken that 1 penny and eventually traded it for like $1 million. And that's an amazing thing to do. Obviously, you need friends to be able to trade things with and get more value with and all that stuff. But investing is a different story. You never really see those instances to where people, or you don't see it often, to where people take a small amount of money, find a position that has a ton of potential, and end up gaining a ton out of it. This is one of those positions where I invested at these lows. A lot of other people invested at these lows, and a lot of other people made money from it. And I'm happy to say that they were watching my video and following exactly, or not exactly what I did, but following, what I was doing, what I was seeing in the position, and when I was deciding to invest within that live stream. So they made a move based on what they wanted to risk, what they wanted to put out there, and they made money from it. So anyways, Terra Classic is currently at 0.0001273. It's up about 10% over the last 24 hours. And it's really been hovering in these spots to where it hasn't lost that zero or gained a zero again. And that's good, especially since the crypto market is pulling back again. You're seeing Terra Classic go in the opposite direction. Why? More people are coming on, more holders, more people that are believing in everything that's going on with Terra Classic, with the 1.2% that could be burned off per transaction, with CZ coming out and saying, he supports a 1.2% burn, seeing how much Binance does hold, seeing the opportunity and what they could do with that over 2/3, share of what they have there, of the entire position there. So obviously, with all the hype built around it, you're creating more and more volume as the day goes on, right? And we've seen, or as the months and weeks go on, we've seen $1.7 billion in volume in one day. Imagine 1.2% of that. I mean, that's a massive amount that we could burn off in a given day. So with people seeing the potential and me breaking it down, that's why I believe that we could see this hover to a way higher market cap. So to get into that, the current market cap is sitting at about $834 million. We have seen it at about $1.1 billion at its high. And that's an amazing spot to get to, especially after everything that has happened in the crypto market and in Terra Classic. We've seen this drop down to a level of 0.00000, like 5 or 6 in between there. And, adding that zero, not only adding that zero is something that gives you more of an opportunity to buy, but also you look at it as a huge negative situation where you're like, is this going to come back or is it completely dead? But then you see all of the different places that are buying it, with Binance having a large portion of that. And then individual investors, you're seeing that grow by the day. Now, the people that have it on their watch list, you're seeing that being taken off by the day, but the amount of investors is actually growing by the day, which is really, really good to see through that. So if we're seeing more volume, we end up seeing, $1 billion, $2 billion in volume, we're going to see this market cap increase. We're going to see the potential increase, which also obviously gives that a higher market cap. We're going to see utility that's added with Starship Universe adding that on. We now have utility with that. More utility that's going to be created in different places. So this is not the end of creating that utility. This is not the end of creating the burns. This is just the beginning. And we're seeing it at a $1 billion market cap. So what does that mean when we get to a $10 billion market cap? Well, let's go ahead and show you guys. If we get to about a $10 billion market cap, we would see this at a price of about, let's add a 5 here. So it would be around here, 0.0015. So we would lose another zero and we would get up to about 0.0015. So that would get us to about a $10 billion market cap. Now, what would that do for your price? Basically add a zero to it. Obviously, where it's at right now, we're sitting at a stage to where it would be basically a 10x return from where we're at literally right now. So if you're holding $1,000, a 10x return turns it into $10,000, right? If you're holding, $10,000 or $20,000, right? You see that adding a zero is, $200,000 at that point. So obviously, seeing it go from 20,000 to 200,000, or seeing it go from 1,000 to 10,000 is a big step. And I think we definitely can get there, but I think we will hover around that $10 billion mark. Now, what does that also mean for the future? Does it mean that we'll stay at that point? No, because as we see hype that's going through, as we see burns that are going through, they want to get this down to a $10 billion supply, or 10 billion supply. And if they get that down to a 10 billion supply, you're looking at this at $1, which gets it to a $10 billion market cap. So $10 billion is a very significant point. And I think we will get there before we end up getting to 10 billion supply. So then when we get to 10 billion supply, the price starts to fluctuate, starts to move to $1 and above $1, and people start to see the vision of how this can get to $1. And easily it can get to a penny. That's no problem at all. But the $10 billion market cap is a significant price point, or significant market cap point, because it will basically tell you at the peak of where they want this supply to get to. So burn off as much as you can until you get to 10 billion. Literally, that makes it to $1, right? $10 billion market cap at $1, 10 billion supply at $1 is a $10 billion market cap. It's as simple as that. So that's how we get to $1. That's how we get to those levels. However, we don't know how long it will take. We don't know how aggressive this burn will be. We don't know how big the volume will be, but just know that I think we're going to see some really, really big things with Terra Luna Classic that a lot of other people don't see, especially the people that are coming out and saying, look, Terra's dead, get out of the position. It's not going to give you anything in return. Well, I mean, it's already given me a lot, and what I'm doing in it right now is literally all gravy. I have nothing that I'm risking right now because I made $6,000 total from this position. So if I already made $6,000, what I have invested in there, which is $2,000, is gravy. It's extra money. I invested $40 into this position. So I have very little risk in this position. And I'm able to gather more and more revenue or money from it, income from it, throughout time as the prices do increase. So I can't wait to see this get to a $10 billion market cap. I can't wait to see this get to a 10 billion supply and find a way to get to $1 easily at that point. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I'm trying to, fight the spam, but it's still coming through. They change things every day, but I'm trying to fight it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one.